I'm great. Fine. How about you, Hugh?
Good. It's been a year since Khashoggi was murdered by the Saudi Arabian thugs in the Turkish consulate. After that murder, the United States sanctioned 17 Saudis. The Senate passed a resolution condemning Saudi Arabia. Did you agree then with those moves and still to this day, as I do, Stephanie?
Without a doubt. But I still think there's questions to be answered. I think back to, I want to say 5 months ago, I remember when Jared Kushner sat down with Jonathan Swan from Axios. And Jonathan specifically asked Jared about where he stands with MBS regarding Khashoggi's murder. And Jared said, well, you know, there's a report, still a study going on, and before I say anything, I'm waiting for the report. That's a report we knew nothing about. Later that day, the pool spray asked the president about it, and the president said, what are you talking about? That's old news. Why are you bringing it up? So what I would really like to see, whatever report Jared was talking about, I'd love to know more about it. And I'd love to just get sort of the administration on the same page with regard to what exactly happened.
Well, this is the reason I bring it up. I agree with all that because he's a Washington Post contributing columnist like I am, and I believe that it's unacceptable what happened to him, and we have to pursue it. But that is the use of American power against an ally, a quid pro quo. And so what is it in your mind that distinguishes the legitimate use of American power to get to the bottom of a murder and the legitimate use of AG Barr, Secretary of State Pompeo, and even the president to get to the bottom of Russiagate?
Well, I don't know what's political about Khashoggi being murdered.
There's nothing political about it. There's nothing political about it.
Obviously, the AG Barr doing what the president said to get to the bottom of why that investigation started is highly political. I think they're very different.
They're both crimes, and one has political implications for the United States, and one does not. I believe that what happened with Andrew McCabe is a crime. I believe the corruption at the top of the FBI with Page and Strzok, with James Baker, with James Comey, I believe that we have ample evidence to show that there was Bruce Orr connection. I think that John Durham, the U.S. Attorney in Connecticut, is going to find a lot of stuff, and I believe helping him, getting foreign governments to help him is important.
Well, I guess we'll see that. To me, we don't know. We know that Jamal Khashoggi went to the consulate to get paperwork so he could get married, and he was brutally murdered and chopped up with a bone saw. We know that, and so I think it's pretty clear that we should do something about that.
But I think it's pretty clear that, like when Special Counsel Mueller issued 13 demands on foreign governments to find what they knew about collusion, that was legitimate too. We should investigate all crimes, and if there's a foreign connection. Now, the connection to Ukraine is very, very tenuous. The founder of CrowdStrike is a Russian-born, actually he was born in the Soviet Union. I don't know if he was born in Ukraine or not. He was born in the Soviet Union. There is alleged a connection that some people call it a whacked-out conspiracy theory, but you can't dismiss it until you investigate it. Do you really think, I don't know that you do, I haven't been able to see you on this, that it is wrong for Barr and Pompeo and even the president to assist Durham in his investigation?
I think it remains to be seen. I think, for me, more information, the better. And what would be really good would be factual information. What would be really good for me is to follow the law. So when the president sends 40 tweets this weekend about all this impeachment nonsense, and in those tweets says he wants to meet the whistleblower, I worry about whether it's Attorney General Barr or whatever legal advisors are around the president who aren't saying to him, President Trump, it is totally inappropriate to say you want to meet the whistleblower. You're putting his or her life at risk. So people who understand the law, i.e. those people, they could do that. That would work out for me.
I don't disagree with any of that. I do, however, caution people that the putting life in danger rhetoric was used about Stephen Halper to attempt to keep the FBI's misconduct and possibly the intelligence community's misconduct from coming to light. The whistleblower deserves whistleblower protection, but there is also a question about why the standard changed on the whistleblower statute to remove firsthand information. Stephanie, I think this one is going to turn into a lot more than anyone believes right now. It's not a conspiracy theory to try and get to the bottom of Russiagate and find out what went wrong in our FBI and intelligence community. Thank you, Stephanie Ruhle. Watch her on MSNBC. Come right back here. I'm talking with Seth Siegel next on The Hugh Hewitt Show.